Hey folks, welcome to Software Testing Hacks. So today we are going to talk about what are the seven most common challenges faced in test automation. During testing or even before testing, we have certain challenges for automating or certain identifying certain elements. So such challenges are some of the major challenges that we usually face. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel and let's get into the video. The very first challenge is test case selection for automation. We know that while selecting the test case, which test case to automate, it is one of the biggest challenge that we testers face. In case if the application is not stable, at that time, it is very difficult to choose. So, here the problem is not all test cases are good candidates for automation, right? So, we know that certain times we have to choose specific test cases that we have to have the idea of what type of test cases we are selecting. For example, highly volatile UI features or some of the complex workflows that changes often. So such type of test cases are difficult to even touch, right? So in that case, we have to retain from doing or automating such test cases. So the impact here is waste of automation effort. Maintenance is a nightmare because it is not possible when you have certain test cases which are complex, correct? So which doesn't suitable for automation. It could not be an automation candidate also. So we have to choose it very cleverly. So the best solution and the best practice is to automate the stable and then the repetitive and high return on investment test cases such as regression test cases as well as mock test cases. So only such type of test cases should be chosen for automation. So that is the biggest solution. And also use a test automation feasibility checklist and make sure that the automation is feasible on such features. Okay, so this will help you to choose the right test cases for your automation. So this is one of the major and biggest challenge most of us face. And let's talk about the next challenge. We are fed up of the dynamic web elements, correct? Sometimes the locator gets changed. Okay, it is dynamic element, and then the UI changes. So in certain case, it is one of the biggest challenge. So the problem here is elements, IDs, classes change often. Okay, dynamic loading or Spark apps cause flaky scripting. At that time, it may written in a certain flakiness in the application, not in the application with our test script. So correct. So that is why dealing with the dynamic web element is also one such challenge. For example, React.js, Vue.js, Angular apps with dynamic DOM. In the sense, certain applications, suppose in case of React or Vue, so it loads after certain element is loaded or on click of certain element. So we have to make sure we are providing right element for that, and we have to make sure we are waiting for that particular element is loaded, and we have to also make sure whether it is loaded or not, whether it is visible or not. So certain condition we have to put and then make sure that element is visible, and then we have to perform certain actions. So here obviously, the impact is test script failure and false negatives because of the loading issue or anything that can cause this dynamic web element issue. So for that, what you have to use is use smart locators such as CSS selector and XPath strategies and implement dynamic weights such as explicit weight or fluent weight. Okay, so make sure you're using the weights, is explicit weight, which will actually make sure that the particular element is loaded on the UI or not. And you can also use certain tools like Selector Hub, which will help you to identify the element on the web page. So let's talk about the third challenge, maintenance overhead. So here the problem is automated scripts, it becomes outdated because whenever we implement new feature or whenever we make some changes to the UI, that that's where it gets outdated. If we have certain existing test cases for that particular page or something, so and also you implemented certain new things, so the old case test case needs to be modified. So that is one of the maintenance overhead. So here team have to spend more time fixing the scripts than writing the new ones. Correct. So this is also one of the major challenge that as testers we face. For this, the best solution is modular, reusable framework design using like page object model and then BDD framework. So um, make sure that you are writing it in a particular method. So suppose if you have used a certain method at different location, basically making sure that you have a reusable code. So if you have written particular method and if certain like three or four test cases are calling the same method, in that case you can just go ahead and then change the method. Correct? You do not have to go to the all the three to four test case and then modify it. Rather than that, you put it in a function or a method. So that will help you to reduce your overhead and set clear standards for updating automation script along with the dev changes. Okay, to make sure that you are also making the application along with the stability. You have to make sure your scripts are also stable. Correct. So you have to make some proper standards that after this change, you are going to make this change. Automation is stable. So that is one thing, which is also one of the biggest challenge for automation testers. And fourthly, data-driven challenges. So here the problem is handling different set of input data. It becomes complex. Suppose if we are using different set of data for each of the test case, handling such data is quite complex. So here what we'll usually do is hard coded data in the scripts, it leads to the low flexibility. So when we hard code for this particular test case, go and use this user. So if you're hard coding it, like normally like just hard coding it, you are not dynamically setting the values, it becomes difficult. So here use the data driven frameworks, or you can use Excel, JSON, or database sources to fetch the right user. Okay, and then separate the test data management from the script. You can have a separate file from where you can pass all the datas. Okay, and make sure you are working with the data driven challenges properly. So this will help you to resolve this data driven issues. Nextly, the test environment issues. We all will face this test environment loading issues or one or the other issues. It might not load or it could be slow. So certain issues are most common challenge that we face. So here the problem is test environments are unstable, slow, or inconsistent. So this is one of the problem that we face. So here the impact is false test failures. Debugging becomes messy. When the environment itself is not stable, it becomes difficult for us to understand what is going wrong and to fix it is a difficult challenge. So that is one major challenge that as a testers we face. And here is the impact of such bad environment is it will result in the test failures. So to make sure um, our test cases are not having any issues because of the environment issues, so you have to make sure that implement environment health check once. First make sure you have certain smoke test or any set of tests run first, and make sure your application health is properly working fine. Also, you can use the Docker for the stable environment. Okay, so that way you can overcome this environment issues. And next, the sixth challenge is integration with the CI/CD pipelines. So now CI/CD has become one of the major, work as part of our testing team also. We will have to integrate all our test cases to the CI/CD to show that whenever there is a new build that happens, it will run a set of test cases. So that is one problem here in case if it is not implemented, not triggering tests with the DevOps cycle, it leads to the manual triggering. Okay. So which is again not a good idea for a tester to do that. Okay. So by itself, it should trigger the uh, test and it should pass or fail. Impact is slower feedback to the developers and which may cause the missed bugs. And the best solution for this is to integrate your automation with either Jenkins, GitHub Actions, GitLab CI/CD, etc. Any of this, and then make sure that as soon as the new build is or code is merged, okay, as soon as that is done, test case trigger should happen by itself automatically. Even if developer merges the code or tester merges the code, that doesn't matter, but it should by itself take care of running the tests. So this is one major challenge. If if your project is not integrated with CI/CD, make sure you are integrating your um, project with the CI/CD tests. Finally, flaky test, one of the major issues. Correct. So flakiness is because of unstable environment or even because of the uh, weight. If you have not put the proper weight and because of the loading issue or unstable environment, it can happen for any of the reason. Flakiness is not something which is easy to identify why exactly it is failing. Correct. It might pass at one attempt and it might fail at another attempt. So it impact is that it reduces the team confidence in the automation. If certain such flakiness happens, what could be the reason we have to figure out? We have to figure out if it is a coding issue, we have to fix it. Okay. If that is a problem, we will definitely lose the confidence in the automation that scripts that we run. And the best solution for this is to regular test flakiness audit. So make sure that your test cases are passing properly, even in the local and even in the CI/CD. Make sure that you don't have flakiness. Okay. To reduce the flakiness, you can use either weight or anything and make sure that it is not environment issue and certain issues might cause the flakiness. So make sure you don't have any of the flakiness. So, regularly you have to check whether you have flakiness or not. If it is, you have to uh, clearly read the report, whether it is failing or whether it is passing. All this you have to make sure you have to check. And the next best solution is to implement the retry logic. You can implement retry logic and then check whether if in case in first attempt if it doesn't pass in the second attempt whether the retry with the retry whether it passes or not. Okay, certain times if it is a loading issue or something, then it might pass. So you have to make sure that you have implemented the retry logic here, and then you have to stabilize the weights and then improve element handling. Okay, so by doing all this, you can make sure that you don't have flakiness in your tests. So these are the major 7 challenges that as a software testers we face. If you have faced more challenges with your automation, please do let me know in the comment section and we can cover it in the next video. If you have liked this video, please do like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. For watching. Bye bye.